In this video, we want to solve x congruent to 1 mod 21, x congruent to 2 mod 20, and x congruent to 3 mod 11. So first we want to do a check. So we want to check the GCDs are equal to 1. So first we have the GCD of 21 and 20, then the GCD of 21 and 11, and the GCD of 20 and 11. Those are all equal to 1, so therefore we can proceed. Now we're going to find capital N as the product of 21, 20, and 11, which is 4,620. And we're going to divide that by each of these, so 21, 20, and 11. So we get 220, 231, and 420. And so we can solve now for x and y for these Diophantine equations. So we have 21x plus 220y equals 1, 20x plus 231y equals 1, 11x plus 420y is also equal to 1. So we're going to solve this by doing Euclidean's algorithm. So we set 220 and then say, okay, how many times is 21 going into 20? That's 10 with a remainder of 10. Next we move the 21 and the 10 over. So we have 21 is equal to 10 times 2 plus 1. And then 10 is equal to 1 times 10 plus 0. Once you have a remainder of 0, you stop, and then you work backwards. So starting with here, we know that 1 is equal to 21 minus 10 times 2. And then 10 is 220 minus 21 times 10. I'm going to distribute the 2. So we have 21 times 10 times 2 is 21 times 20. Then we have another 21 here. So that's going to be 21 times 21. And then the minus 220 times 2. And so we see that x has to be 21, and then y has to be negative 2. Okay, the next one we have 20x plus 231y equals 1. So you do Euclidean algorithm with those. So you just keep going until you get a remainder of 0. Okay, so now we stop and work backwards at 1. So 1 will be 9 minus 2 times 4. And then 2 is 11 minus 9. But you want to distribute the 4 here. So you have 9 times 4 is, and then another 9 here. So that's 9 times 5. Now 9 is 20 minus 11. So we distribute the 5 to both of these. 11 times 5 and then 11 times 4 will give us 11 times 9. And then 11 is just 231 minus 20 times 11. So this 9 distributes to both of these. We have 9 times 11 is 99. And then plus another factor of 5 here will be 104. So you have 20 times 104 minus 231 times 9. Means x is 104, y is negative 9. Now the last equation we have to solve for is 11x plus 420y is equal to 1. So we start with 420 is equal to 11 times 38 plus 2. Shifting things over, we get remainder 0. Now we start backwards. 1 is equal to 11 minus 2 times 5. 2 is 420 minus 11 times 38. This 5 will distribute the 420 and 11 times 38. So 38 times 5 is 190, plus another 11 here. That's going to give us 191. And so we get x is 191, y is negative 5. So starting with a 21x plus 220y equals 1, we said x is 21, y is negative 2. So multiplying 1 with 220 and negative 2, we get negative 440. Now for the second equation, we multiply 2 now with 104 and negative 9 to get negative 4,158. And then the last equation, we multiply 3 by 420 times negative 5, which is equal to negative 6,300. So you may be wondering, where do these numbers come from? Well, this number is for the first one here. The 220 is the y, and the negative 2 is also the y. So the next one, the 2, is the 2. The 231 is the y coefficient, and the negative 9 is what we solved for y. Now the last one, we have 3 comes from this one. 420 is the coefficient of y. The negative 5 is the y value. So finally, we add these together. Negative 440 minus 4,158 minus 6,300. And that's equal to negative 10,898. And that is our answer.